I remember when I bought my first piece of good furniture, it was a love seat. I loved it. It was all mine. I'll admit I had an emotional attachment to it. That unwillingness to let it go is one of the biggest hurdles for anyone looking to downsize. So today we get a little help from the experts. Jill Campbell with Downsize Columbus is here. She's joined by Libby, founder of One More You Transitions. Thank you for joining us, ladies. Jill, let's start with you. As a realtor with the Kathy Chiero Group, you work with many people looking to downsize. How often do you have to help people break that emotional hold I was just talking about to their belongings?
So often, so often. I think that that's a struggle that so many people have in letting go of those possessions that fill our homes today.
Can that emotion get in the way of the task at hand?
Absolutely. In fact, that is the greatest task at hand, is overcoming that emotional, it's a paralyzing feeling many times, of people letting go of the things that they have collected over the years that we find filling our homes today.
Sure. And Libby, your business is built around this very concept. Yes. Why is it so hard to get rid of all that stuff?
Well, people are emotionally attached, and it's a breakup. When you're talking about a downsizing, you're not just talking about a move. So with downsizing, there's tons of decisions to make, and most of the people that we're working with have lived around, and their things have been with them for 50, 60, 70 years, and they really can't imagine living without them, but they know they have to. So, you know, that's the attachment, is the length of time that they've been surrounded by them.
We were talking about that before. My parents have been married for 40 years, a big home, lots of stuff.
Yes.
How can you help people through the process?
It's a change, and what we have to do is get in there to help them emotionally, is just be very supportive to them and walk them through the process, because they not only have the change of downsizing, there's usually always something else going on with them. They have to go from a big space to a smaller space. There's reasons for that, and they're already adjusting to all of that. And so we get in there, we help them with the process, the sorting, the organizing, the dispersing out the donations all over Central Ohio. We help them set up with someone who may come in and do an online auction. We pack, we unpack them, we oversee the move. We basically go with them from the beginning to the end. We become like family and actually become part of their story. And we miss them when we're done.
Oh, yes. And you got into it a little bit, but what specific services do you offer your clients?
Well, obviously when someone sees me, they say, how in the world do you help somebody move all this? So I brought this shirt because these are...
Wow, that's a big shirt.
I have guys that fill this shirt, and they do a lot of the lifting and the carrying, but my crew of ladies, we come in, and that's really what we do, is a one-on-one service, to be there to do the sorting, the packing, the planning, what can you take, and then when it comes time to say, you can't take this with you because there's not room, then we just sometimes have to sit down and really help with the emotional support of how much sadness that brings to them, and it's a grieving process sometimes.
Sure, and give us a reality check. How long does the process take? Couple weekends, a couple months?
Well, what I find out when I do my first visit is, do you want to just get this move to happen? If that's just the thing, we get in there. If we're picking the things they can take with them, packing that up, overseeing the move, that can happen in about 5 to 7 days. And then we go back and deal with everything left behind. If they're not in a hurry for the move and they've been in their home, you know, 40, 50, 60 years, you have to have some time. It can take somewhere between 3 weeks to 3 months to make that happen. And that's depending on what the content is. If it's a normal, what I call content, we're moving along. But if it's a lot and they have to touch everything, make tons of decisions, it's going to take a lot of time.
And is there a cost involved in the process?
Sure, sure. Basically, I like to tell them, let me meet with you, let me see what needs to happen. I need to see what the details are, the duration, the manpower, the timeline, how many truckloads, what all it's going to take. I do an estimate, and they will know before I start how much it's going to cost, and we work within the budget. If they say I can't afford the whole ball of wax, then we'll pull it down and put it where they need it to be.
Sure. And Jill, for our viewers, there's a great seminar coming up next week called Got Stuff, Get Help, When and Where is
That's
it?
right. We will be holding that event at the Villa Milano in Westerville on Schrock Road. It'll be on Tuesday evening, October 29th at 6:30. Registration is required because we do have limited seats. and we're getting close to that capacity. So you need to call today, or you need to register today.
And what experts will you have on hand at this?
Oh my goodness, which experts won't we have is a better question. We have almost 40 vendors that will be there that will assist not only with what Libby is talking about, but just everything from top to bottom as to helping you make that transition, that move.
All right, sounds good. And more information at downsizecolumbus.com is where you can register. Thanks so much for being with us.
And for the guys.
Yeah.